Alright guys, for today's Craftivity, we are going to make a kind of like a storyboard for a fairy tale. Options that I have for you that I'm going to upload are Red Riding Hood, where you will color and make the face, cut out the title and the head, and you would put it on the piece of paper. I also have The Three Little Pigs, which we didn't read this week, but you're more than welcome to listen to that story as well. Or if you feel that you know it really well, you can go ahead and do Three Little Pigs. You'll cut out the picture after you've colored it and maybe drawn eyes or a face and glue it on the piece of paper. And lastly, I have Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm going to do Goldilocks and the Three Bears today. I will have all of these resources for you up on Google Classroom. I'll include the link in the description of this video. So you can either do a Venn diagram, you can do problem solution, or beginning, middle, end to show what you know about second grade reading standards and show me what you know in this poster. I am going to use colored pencils. You can use crayons, markers, whatever you'd like. I'm going to use colored pencils for this portion of the Craftivity. Okay. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some eyes. I'm going to draw a nose and a mouth. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and color her skin. I'm making her kind of like a golden tan color so that it shows up better in the video. But we don't really know what color Goldilocks is. She could be any color you like. In the story that I included for you this week for our read aloud or our reading lesson, they did depict her as having white skin. So like I said, you can make her however you want. All right. Alrighty. Next, I'm going to go ahead and outline her eyes. I always pictured and would describe Goldilocks as being naive. So what I wanted to make sure is that I tried to capture that in her face. Big eyes. Big grinning mouth. And of course, we'll have to make her hair golden. Her name was Goldilocks after all. All right, crazy eyes. blue. Yours does not have to look like mine. In fact, probably don't want yours to look as crazy as mine. And then golden hair. I'm rushing. This is not what I would normally do if I was taking my time, which is what you should do. Not doing a good job modeling that for you, but I don't want to take up your whole day. And I know you guys are all awesome at coloring. I don't think that's a step that I need to show you. Let's give Goldilocks a magenta bow, pinkish purple. All right. I think she looks kind of naive, maybe a little nutso. I'm gonna get some scissors. I've already got some tape. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut out the silhouette of Miss Goldilocks here. Now the only color of construction paper I had in the house, and it's not even construction paper, it's color like printer paper. Hopefully you have some more options at home. If you don't, no worries. All right, we've got Goldilocks' head. You can use glue, you can use staples. I'm going to use tape for sake of time. And because I do not have glue at my home, it is in my classroom, as I've mentioned in previous videos. Okay. So we kind of want her coming off of the page a bit. Next thing I'm going to do is cut the title off. I'm going to try to maybe cut a little bit of a design, a cloud design. Okay. And again, I am going to glue this on the paper. The bottom would be the best place for it because we're going to use the center to show what we know. All right. Goldilocks' head's a little wrinkly. Let's see if we can smooth her out here. Use some retinol cream on that face. All right, here's Goldilocks. We've put the title at the bottom. Next, what you need to do is either cut a paper into 4 pieces or get 2 index cards. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to tape the 2 index cards. Now remember, I said I was doing problem solution. So if you wanted to do a Venn diagram, I've included a Venn diagram in the resources that I have for you in the link. Or you could simply just draw a Venn diagram. It is 2 circles that join together and make kind of like a football shape in the middle. here. Might even be a little bit too far. And we'll have this one be, let's recenter that. I like things to be centered, and I like things to look uniform when I'm making a craft. I think I just need to let it go sometimes. Okay. So I've got my 2 index cards. I'm going to write the words, and I'm going to use marker to do this. You can use, again, crayons. You can use colored pencils, whatever you like. I'm going to write problem and solution. Okay, so we need to figure out what was the big problem in Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, and what was the solution? What would you say was the biggest problem in Goldilocks and the 3 Bears? I would say, from the bears' perspective, the biggest problem was that there's a stranger in their house who's breaking their stuff, who's eating their food, who's, touching and rifling through their belongings. I would say that that's the biggest problem in the story. Biggest problem is that a stranger is eating the bears' food and breaking their things. If I were writing it from Goldilocks' perspective, I would probably say something like, Goldilocks went into somebody's house that didn't belong to her. She wasn't invited in. And then I might say the solution to that is that, she got scared by the bears and never did something naughty like that again. However, I always think from the bears' perspective. So a stranger is eating the bears' food and breaking their things. What would the solution be? The solution is the bears, now it was unintentional, but they still did. They scared the stranger, which was Goldilocks, away. And now you have a cute little storyboard to represent one of the fairy tales that we read this week. I hope you enjoyed today's Craftivity. If your mom, your grandma, your aunt, whoever you live with that you would consider a mom figure to you, don't let them hear this. This is a secret. This is a surprise. Next week is Mother's Day on Sunday. So next Friday, for Crafty Friday, we're going to make something that you can give to your mom for Mother's Day, or your grandma, whoever you call mom. Okay? So join me back next week, and I've got an activity for you for Mother's Day. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm dressed crazy because we went on a safari this morning for our Zoom meeting. Didn't go as planned. Internet wasn't working. Bummer. If you do have access to the Zoom video, I included a link so that you can try to get on the website yourself and attempt that virtual field trip at home. So I hope that you've enjoyed this week. I am going to try to get outside before it rains, and I hope you do the same. See you on Monday. Bye, friends.